certificates. Lunch. That's the one you're bringing today? Oh, there's the alarm for the bus. All right. Okay. Yes, I know. We're going to pick up Milo and Marley early from school today. Oh, you guys are so cute. Oh, yes. You need your backpack, silly goose. How are you going to go to school with no backpack? Gosh, thinking about where we were when we started with Boyer to where we are now is... Hi, Daddy. Hi, Marley. I kept thinking about another baby. I mean, have one more. I got a boy, I got a girl, I've got like clothes and toys for anything they could want. This should be easy, right? Like it's just one more. And she puts the ultrasound on and she's like, oh, 2 babies. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. And she's like, no, I'm being serious. There's 2 babies. And I'm like, what? Like, what is going on? They put them in my arms and I just, I felt worried. The first sign that something was wrong was the feeding issues. And then we started noticing, particularly with Vivian, that there were physical abnormalities. There were sensory issues. As they're doing more things, you see more symptoms. Everything they were trying to do at the time was also hard. You can see and feel the discomfort and the struggle. Vivian, I mean, she would literally slam her head on a wall or on a floor hundreds of times. The look in her eyes would just be like, fear, help me. And so to watch them going through this like really horrific experience and thinking like, is this what their life is always going to be like? The doctor, he did not believe in diagnosing children under the age of 2. He explained neuroplasticity to me, which is why he said early intervention is so important. Like before the age of 2, miracles can happen. The brain can create new pathways that go around damaged pathways. It can heal pathways. He's like, I can't tell you at all what their long-term prognosis is gonna be. Where we're gonna end up on this journey is dependent on you and Vivian and Violet and what you want to put into it. They recommended Vivian and Violet receive additional therapy services through Boyer. But I remember I had my intake with our family referral coordinator and she's like, oh, well, how are you? And I was like, oh, I'm okay, like a little tired. And she's like, no. She's like, how are you? And I remember like the floodgates just opened. I broke down crying and I was just like, I'm not okay. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like I'm failing. I'm failing at everything. I'm failing my older kids. I'm failing to like take care of these babies. And she was just like, you got this. And we've got you. And I'll just never forget that moment where I was like, this is different and this is gonna be okay. You know, Milo, he would tell me, he's like, I love Vivian and Violet so much, but sometimes I wish they weren't here because I miss my mom. And so having, you know, other people who are making the therapy experience positive for my older children as well, I think really helped to mitigate those feelings. It's a very holistic approach to providing therapy services, of caring for the whole family in every aspect.
You know, we may not have all the answers in the moment, but they're never alone. There's always someone here that is able to support them in whatever it might be. The emotion in their body would get so intense that their first instinct was to bang their head against something that was hard and actually causing injury. How do we get help to not have this happen? How do we work through this? Myself and the rest of the team worked really hard on trying to figure out so many different ways to help the girls deal with those big emotions and make their home a safe place for them to play and just live. But then there was the second piece to it of Jacqueline having tremendous anxiety about being able to take the girls anywhere at any point because we weren't sure how to keep the girls safe.
There's so many times I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I literally can't do this anymore. I can't physically do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm just, trying to hold it together and how hard that's all been. And then now, like,
who's here? Hi, friends. Oh.
It just feels like there's a weight off my shoulder. Like, it's happening. Like, we are doing this.
Little bits of light started to happen. We were working through kind of a brand new toy that I knew was going to be a little bit tricky or challenging to work through, and a meltdown didn't happen. And it's almost like this pause where everybody's looking at each other like, did you just see that? Yeah, I saw that. Did you just see that?
A light really went off, I think, for Jacqueline when she really became empowered to understand what the girls needed. And we would do that through conversations of, these are the challenges today or this week, and we would strategize together. You would see her gain more confidence in implementing the strategies and activities, and then to show up the next week where she was just feeling so much more confident of, I got this, and not only I got this, but this is fun again. This is joyful again. And so when I saw that, I knew we were in a really good place.
It's almost like I feel like getting to meet them. I get to actually meet them now, Just, I'm so grateful. I feel so encouraged about the future. I can't wait to see what they do next.